Hey, Blue Table fans! Future Sean here, hoping that you enjoy this ensuing Dropzone Commander battle report. I'd like to remind you that on our web store we have some great holiday rates for shipping, i.e. 1 cent to U.S. customers. By all means, check that out, and I hope that you enjoy. Hey, Blue Table fans! It is time. It's time for a Batrep. And we're doing Dropzone Commander today. Oh, I love this game, even though I've only played one time. But I love the figures, I love the background. If you go onto our web store, you can find a thing where you can buy a commissioned set. So you purchase it, and then we make it. And but right now all I have up is United Colonies of Man, but we would do the similar deals for any of the 4 races. Just contact me at bluetablepainting@gmail.com and we can help you set your thing up one way or another, even through the traditional commission sense. So anyway, say hi to the happiness lamp. Happiness lamp. I wonder what will become of the happiness lamp someday. So, yes, it is eternal. It's our Narnian lamp post. Okay, so on the United Colonies of Man attempting to reconquer their former glory, we have 3 Condor medium drop ships, 2 Bear armored personnel carriers, each with 3 units of guys in it. We have some of these anti-air tanks, and then we have these ground-to-ground tanks. On the Shaltari side, we've got Spencer.
And I have to apologize in advance that my stuff's not painted. They're next up on
they are
next on my list of things to do.
They're from Planet White Chalkia. Okay, so anyway, I also might point out that Spencer has moved the table over entitled "Do Not Move This Table." It's Spencer's table. He makes the rules. So what do we got over here?
So I've got 3 Eden medium gates.
Okay.
I have 2 Haven Terra gates, which are my APCs, each with 2 stands of
Immortals?
Braves.
Firstborn. Braves?
Yeah.
Okay.
There should be a 3rd guy on there, but he broke off.
Okay.
These are Kukri anti-aircraft tanks.
Okay, great.
And then I have a squad of 3 Tomahawk craft tanks.
All right, fantastic. What color are you going to paint them when you paint them?
I'm actually going to do them up in a couple of shades of blue.
Okay, fantastic.
Took me a while to decide on a color scheme, but now that I've
okay,
decided
good.
on it, I got to get
well,
my
maybe
if
we start playing, you know, we can get cracking on those. All right, no wait. I'm sorry. What was that, Tara?
Oh, I was just telling Sean and Spencer that I can explain all the rules to every game because I know them all.
You just know them.
Yeah.
You just know them.
Yeah.
You're a repository, a vault.
Yeah.
A vault
totally.
of information. All right,
it's
fantastic.
All right here.
All right, so go ahead. Spencer's going to have to explain everything.
Yeah, that's fine. This is a learning experience for Sean.
Because Tara looks busy. She doesn't want to be bothered. She doesn't want to be bothered with our rules questions.
So what we're going to do a pretty basic little setup as far as scenario goes. We're going to do a basic captured building. So we're going to have these 2 buildings here.
Okay.
Be objectives.
Right.
So you have to have an infantry inside them.
Okay.
Did you make these yourself?
I did. I came in one Saturday and just made these up
They're
out
pretty
of pieces.
Cool
Yeah, I actually took a strip of something. It was a bit for like a Bane blade or something, and I pressed it into the side of the styro.
Really?
And it made kind of a window-like indentation that was later painted. I had seen Star Trek Insurrection, and where they have that duck blind holographic like spy place up on the cliff face. You don't know what I'm talking about.
I'm not a huge
All right, you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, so at the end of the game, you get a point if you have guys.
What we're going to do is we're going to do it so if you capture both buildings, if you hold both buildings for 1 turn, you win. For
just 1 turn.
Yeah. So it's going to be brutal because we're going to have to get in on each other.
Okay, that sounds good. Sounds really good.
We're going to roll and see who goes first.
Okay, so we're going to roll off. UCM with 2, Shaltari with 2. 1, 3. Okay, so what does that mean?
That means I win, so I can choose which of us.
Oh, you won the game? Fantastic. Here, let's
best game
shake
ever.
on it.
Don't even need the models to play. So I'm going to actually, I'll go first, I'm not going to make Sean go first.
Okay.
So what's going to happen is...
So do you like pick board edge or something like
yeah,
that?
and I'm just going to take this side because I'm already over here.
Okay, fantastic.
And then I'm going to go first. So what I would do is I would activate one of my battle groups.
Okay.
In this case, I have 3 battle groups. I have my infantry battle group.
Okay. Are they on the ground or? Oh, your guys are actually like what, off site, and they teleport in through the gates?
So
Okay.
I've got my infantry group here.
Okay.
I have an armored battle group here.
Okay.
And then I have a standard battle group here. So
Okay.
that gives me 3 things I can go per turn.
Okay,
So
fantastic.
the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move in one of my Eden gates here.
So hold on a tick. Battle group, battle group, battle group. Are these guys a battle group?
Shaltari work kind of differently. So other armies, you have to have a battle group with a dropship.
Okay.
So in this case, your battle groups have the dropship in them.
Okay.
Shaltari dropships, their gates are a complete separate thing. So they can
Okay.
activate with anybody.
So since you don't have any guys on the board, this is the 3 things you can activate. Right?
I can activate
One of those.
Yeah,
You know,
I
just
can
go
activate
ahead.
at
Let's
least
see
one
how
of
it's
them.
done.
So I'm going to activate, we'll go with my standard battle group, and we'll move in a drop ship for them.
But didn't you just say these guys aren't assigned to a particular one?
Right, so what
Okay.
happens is I can activate one of the drop ships with the battle group,
Okay.
or as
So
many drop
you
ships
say,
as I
I'm
need.
activating this battle group.
And then, along with that battle group, I'll activate, drop ships X, Y, and Z.
Oh, I understand. Okay,
Yeah,
go
they're-
ahead.
They're weird. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
move one of
Shaltari
them
are
onto the
weird.
table. They are movement 20.
Yeah, the Shaltari are like 4 feet tall and covered with translucent spines. They're bizarre. Okay.
So I'm gonna move,
Their movement is what?
movement of 20.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna move one up to here.
So you're going to move 12.
Yep.
Okay, and where were the 2 critical buildings? Was it these 2?
Yep, this one and this
Okay.
one. And so he moved more than half his speed, so he can't deploy anything. So
Okay.
that's his activation.
And now it's my turn.
Yep.
Okay, well, I like anti-air
Always a
early
good
in the
choice in
game,
this game.
so I'm going to grab my anti-air guys, which, by the way, I don't know where online, maybe Spencer can give me the link, and I can put it up with this video, but this guy made these great stat cards, and these things are called rapiers. So here we go. So I grab this dropship, and I see that a Condor medium dropship has a move of 18 inches, and I'm going to look at the rapier, and I'm going to see that it has a range of 36 inches.
Look at the wrong one.
Oh, am I looking at the wrong one?
So the
Oh, I was
rapier-
looking at the saber.
So the rapier's
Has a range of 24 inches for the...
effectively 12 because everything has countermeasures except for infantry.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So,
So, and the reason I'm looking that up is I'm seeing, can I move this on half move, which would be 9 inches, deploy up to 4 inches,
up to 3.
up to 3 inches, right? And so, but then my guys would be able to shoot at flyers.
Well, they can't, like you couldn't target my ship that's already out on the turn they deploy. But if I move something else up into their
That's
range,
what I'm
then they can
talking
shoot.
about.
Yeah.
Right,
So
and as you
the
may
way-
notice, because he's going to have to either deploy his guys and hoof it up here, or he's going to actually move that up at some point, which he can't do till the next turn. So actually getting these guys out is a good option. All right, so I'm activating a battle group. It's that one, this Condor with the 3 rapiers on board. And so my question is it like 40K where they start like that, or do they start butt up against the
They
edge?
start off the table.
Okay.
So-
Because I thought it was they started like that, but, okay, so I'm going to move in 9.
Well, some scenarios have deployment zones like 40K War Machine, but a lot of them are you come off the table edge.
Okay.
So I'm gonna
then
explain to you-
deploy up to 3 inches.
All right, so here's how deploying works. You actually move up, and then you drop. You have to land to deploy your stuff. So
Okay.
that's 2 inches of movement to land.
Oh, is
So
it?
you could
So I
move
can only go
7
7.
inches, land, and then deploy those
I didn't
guys.
know that. So I'm going to back up 2 inches, and then up to 3 inches, and I believe it's by gap, right?
Yeah.
so they can be up to 3 inches away. So I'm just going to go and put them like that. Why wouldn't I put them in cover like this?
You can.
Do they get movement penalties for going through cover?
Yes, tracked vehicles do.
Okay.
'Cause you're gonna be going through rough
If you look
terrain.
here, this is not such a great place for them to be because they're not covering the area where he's most likely to land his guys. But quite frankly, that's as far out as I can get him, so that's where I'm going to put him.
All right.
Okay. Okay, so now it's your turn.
Yep, so it's my
Your
second
activation.
I'm going to activate my armored squad, my armored battle
Okay.
group, which is my
right.
3 tomahawks. So I'm going to activate a gate with them, and it's going to move up 8 inches.
So the tomahawks are your ground to ground.
Yep.
Okay.
So he's going to land
What's
there.
the movement on the gates?
The gate can move 20,
Okay,
but it can only
great.
move 8 if I want to deploy something.
Right. So half move minus 2 inches.
Yep. So now within 3 inches.
Now, what he's probably going to try and do is blow up my rapiers. And so Dropzone Commander does a really good job of, it's like a very complex dance of rock, paper, scissors. Because certain things are really good against certain other types of things. Okay, is that it?
So they've gone.
Now, a unit can move too, can't it? After it deploys?
Once it deploys, it can move half speed.
Oh, okay, so I could have moved my guys up a little bit.
Yeah.
Rapiers have a movement of 4 inches.
So my tomahawks have a move of 9, so I can move them a whopping 4.5.
Okay. But couldn't you have created more of a distance between them and the base? Couldn't you have deployed them 3 inches out?
I could have, but
That's not where you want them to be.
yeah, I tend to keep things close. So they've activated. So that's them, because I don't believe you can shoot the turn you deploy. So as much as I would love to shoot your tanks into oblivion right now, just
Well, would you even have range on that?
they
I mean,
have
that's
a
like,
24-inch range.
okay, I don't think you're in range. Why don't you check? Just out. Look at me. So good at estimating distances after all these years. All right.
So that's my activation.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and activate this battle group with the 2 bear APCs. And I am going to... Okay, so we just looked up some rules. And an aircraft can fly normal height, which is 6 inches, more like that. Right? So they're pretty high profile. Or they can be what was called on the deck.
On the deck.
On the deck, which is 2 inches high. That's about the size of that. Or they can be landed like this guy. So basically, oh my gosh, this game is so cinematic. It's like, and like the tanks drop off, you know, one at a time and roll off by Grant. So this guy's like, next turn he'll be like, awesome. I love this game. Can't get enough. By the way, just mark my words, Dropzone Commander is going to be big. It's going to be Privateer Press big, if not bigger than that. Yep.
It is a great
So
game.
Dave Lewis, don't mess it up. Okay, what's next?
So my next activation is going to be my last battle group here.
Okay.
I'm actually just
Don't I need to make a roll for on the deck? Something like that, like a safety roll? I just do it. Okay. And my strategy here is I want to actually get my guys out next turn and start getting into some of these buildings. Okay, go ahead.
So I'm going to move this gate up 16 inches.
So he's flying full speed, no deployment.
He's going to drop there,
Oh, this is bad.
and he can't deploy.
I've
So
got to blow.
he's-
So is he on the deck?
Yes.
That might be smart, by the way, because these things are going to roll up and start shooting.
So he's effectively that high off the ground.
2 inches off the ground. All right, well, I don't know if I'll be able to get him or not. Although the rapier, if you look at him, he has a 24-inch, oh no, they have an infinity range. Oh, a range with countermeasures is 18 inches. Yeah, that's going to be close, because I'm going to move 4 and shoot
Well,
18.
the Rapier's gun can shoot 2 different ways. It can
Right.
do focused fire, which I think is just 18 inches, and then
Yes.
it should have like a scattered fire, or just sort of spray and pray. That
Yeah,
should be
I'm noting that. That is actually less. Focused pattern is infinity or 18. Heavy machine gun. That's awesome. Oh, but that's not AA. Okay, so go ahead.
I just want to make sure.
So normal, so like these tanks here, these guys can't shoot at flyers. Is that how that works?
Right, you have to have an AA weapon to shoot a flyer.
Right. Including a dropship.
Right. Which is why I love the Shaltari Walkers, because they all have anti-aircraft guns on the back.
That's
or at least the
awesome.
Jaguar does.
That's fantastic. Okay, so you're done.
Yep,
That
I'm
was
done.
really simple. So as you can see, unless you're complete, unless you're unfamiliar with the rules, this game can go incredibly fast.
Right.
Okay, so I only have one battle group. It's these guys with the sabers on board, and I am going to go ahead. So the ground-to-ground can shoot his anti-air, which isn't deployed yet. The anti-air stuff can shoot air, and so everything kind of has a certain
Anti-air
role.
guns can shoot ground targets. They just take a penalty to their accuracy for shooting.
Okay, I just moved my third condor on and deployed my sabers.
Now
Okay,
they can move up
your
if
turn.
they want to.
Oh, that's right. They have a 4-inch movement, so they can actually move 2 inches. Not much, but it's something.
Better than nothing.
Okay, go.
So that's the end of the first turn.
End of turn 1. So now it's turn 2.
Yep, and we'll roll initiative again to see who goes first.
Okay. 1 and 4.
I will opt to go first again. I have plans.
And he does have plans.
I'll remove these since nobody's activated. I'm going to activate my armored battle group.
Okay.
So first things first, these guys are going to move up. They can move tomahawks.
Okay, so what he's talking about, move and shoot of 6 inches, you'll see on the stat line here, it says MF, move and fire, so that's how far that guy can move and still shoot. So the Gladius has only a movement of 3, very slow, but it can move and fire 3 after moving 3 inches. And all of them are, potentially different, like the Sabres have a move and fire of 4, so yeah, they're kind of like lumbering behemoths.
This dropship's going to activate with them as well. He's just going to
Okay.
take off again,
All right.
and then sort of scoot his way back here real quick.
Right. So now Shaltari dropships aren't actually carrying these units.
Right.
They're
teleport them down to the
teleporting them
mothership.
around, and you can teleport things from one
Yep.
guy to another. So like unlimited distance. So if this guy were like way over there, these guys could move onto this and get over onto that dropship.
So long as the two
Or
dropships
gate.
haven't been activated yet, you can just whip stuff across the table, which I've done to my friends and they don't like.
Oh yeah, Shaltari are
When
tricksy.
a walker goes from one side of the table to the other, he's like, "Hey, how's it going?"
What up now? All right, I'm ready.
So they're going to start shooting at your AA tanks.
Well, I don't like that.
So
What's their range?
24 inches.
With countermeasures?
Yep.
Oh, I don't like that.
So,
So he's used the appropriate thing against the appropriate thing. So he's using his ground against my anti-air.
each one of them is going to target one of your anti-air.
All right, and how it works is every unit has an accuracy, so it tells you what you need on a D6 or higher to hit. Plain and simple.
So Gauss cannons need a.
Do you have any penalty for moving?
Nope.
Okay,
So my guns are hitting on a 2+.
okay, fantastic.
So here's all 3 shots coming.
Now,
in.
okay,
So 3 hits.
that's amazing, a 6. You also, if you get 2 higher than what you need to
On your
hit.
damage roll.
Oh, on your damage roll,
If
sorry.
you roll 2 or more than what you're required to do to damage,
Got
it does
it.
an extra point.
And the damage chart, I'm just going to out with it. It's similar to 40K, but it's 1 harder. So things that are equal in energy and armor, which are the 2 opposing values, if they're the same, you need a 5 or higher in order to do it. So I look at the armor of my rapiers, the A, which is 10. That's actually pretty high. What's your energy?
10. So I need
Oh,
5s.
boy.
5s to
And
take 'em
so,
out.
okay, so 5s, and
Yes.
there's 2. You have to re-roll cocked.
So
All
there's
right,
2
so I
dead tanks.
saved 1. But let's walk through it. So how much damage do you do?
So they are.
So you'd look at, where is it?
10.
Yes, that's right. Oh, so you do 1 point,
1 point of damage
and then 2 points if
I roll.
it's whatever. And so my guys have, what's the stat line? Damage points 1.
Damage points.
So yeah, it kills 2 guys.
Tanks go.
Now, if I understood it right, you would actually roll them one at a time, be like, he shoots at him, she shoots at him, he shoots at him.
Yeah.
But what you can do in a case like this, when it's so simple, 3 firers, 3 defenders, you just say they're each shooting one, they're shooting 1 at each guy.
Yep.
There. So you do pre-allocate shots. So 2 guys are dead.
So that way you can actually. So for example, your tanks.
But it would matter because if I'm reading it right, so another way to have done that in case it mattered which ones died is he'd go that one, that one, that one. And these games are typically small enough where you can have that kind of exactness without slowing things down.
And where it comes in a lot is UCM and PHR. A lot of their stuff, like your tanks, have a machine gun built into the hull. So they can target a tank, like an enemy tank or APC with their main gun, and then shoot any infantry that might be on the ground with their machine gun.
Oh, that's fantastic. Okay. So yeah, I just got taken to the cleaners, and Spencer's probably feeling pretty good because he just wiped out pretty much my anti-air. And but
it does feel pretty nice.
the counter strike could be coming here.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead. So I'm going to activate the condor that has the 2 bare APCs on it. I'll just put them here just so you can see what's in there. And each of these guys has 3, so it's like Russian nesting dolls. Each of these guys has 3 infantry in it. Now what I want to do is get those infantry into this building this turn, but I can't do that. The condor has a movement of 18, and it has a move and fire of only 6. So one possible movement for me to make is to continue on the deck and to move like that, deploy these bears, right? Because the ground attacks have more or less dried up here.
Right.
So I deploy the bears 3 inches, right? And they can move up to half move. Their movement is 6, so they can get out another 3, setting me up to drop guys into this building next turn. And the bears, can they shoot? You can't shoot the turn you're dropped off, right?
Right.
So I'm going to go ahead and shoot this guy.
So he landed.
Okay, is that bad? Can I not shoot now?
Well, you can land and then take off again in the same turn if you have enough movement to do so. So you.
How much is it to
It's
take off?
2 inches to land and move. Or, sorry, to land or take off. It's 2 inches.
What you talking about, Willis? So in order to move and fire, I can only move 2 inches if I
Right.
have a 6-inch move and fire.
Right, if you want to shoot.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, that's fine. Then I'm going to do that, smarty pants. I'm just going to go back 4 inches, move these guys back 4 inches. And, yeah, so he'll be back in the air, and I'll shoot. Can I shoot from the ground? Can you shoot when you're landed?
I don't believe dropships can.
Okay, we don't know. By the way, if anyone's really familiar with this game, give us
Mind
corrections.
you, none of
go
my
ahead.
dropships
I
have
need,
weapons.
The missile pod is 1 shot, a 3 up to hit. So that hits. And oh, I can't even do that. The range with countermeasures is only 9 inches. So I'm not even in range. All right, so I'm just going to stick with my original thing.
Okay.
And just move up 6 and just be landed.
All right.
So there you go. So these guys will be farther forward. It's your turn. Go.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to activate my infantry battle group. I'm going to activate both of these dropships with them. And this is where Shaltari get really
Okay.
fun.
I'm ready.
So the first one is going to land. And he's going to pop out one of these guys.
Haven Gate? I
Yep,
believe
Haven
it's called.
Terragate.
Okay.
And then
Okay,
the
keep
other
going.
guy here is going to move up. And he can move up to 8 inches and deploy something. So he's going to move up 8 inches to land and deploy the other gate right there. So that way,
So technically, you only activated one battle group. You activated the battle group with the 2 Haven Terra gates.
correct.
But you were able to activate multiple
Yes. But
gate
now,
ships.
I can't deploy my AA tanks because I don't have any gates that haven't been activated.
I see. Okay, that's
So-
interesting. So
so
Shaltari
I'm-
are kind of like this shell game.
Yeah,
type
I'm
thing.
I'm throwing a lot of hope at these.
Yeah, I
this
actually
infantry.
think I'm gonna blow this stuff up. Okay, so we're on to. I've activated 3. Oh no, I haven't.
No,
I haven't
you've
actually
activated 1.
My other things. My bad. I got out of turn there. Okay, well these guys really can't see much. Let's go ahead and look up the saber. They have a movement of 4, a move and fire of 4, and they have a range of 24 versus countermeasures. So I really don't need to move these guys up to shoot at the
Nope.
ground
You can
guys there.
you can shoot at my
And,
tanks all you want.
he's deployed pretty well. Like there's no way I can move 4 and shoot like the gate ships. I just can't see this and I can't see those guys. I really only have one option. So I'm going to go ahead and yeah, I'm just going to shoot those. And oh, this guy.
So, something I'm going to tell you about shooting.
Okay.
So my tanks have what's called skimmer.
Okay.
They're
I'm
skimmers.
ready.
Scourge have the same thing with their tanks. They're grav tanks. If they move 6 or more inches and you try and shoot them, it's a +2 to your accuracy.
Oh, are
it
you
makes
kidding
it
me?
harder to hit them.
Okay, so
but it makes up for Shaltari having weak armor.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm probably going to blow him up pretty bad here. Okay, so
try.
this one can only see this guy.
Okay.
So I need a 5 because his accuracy is oh no, the Avenger railgun is a 2-up.
So you need a 4.
So I need a 4. I miss. Okay, and these other 2 are shooting those 2. So that guy hits. That guy hits. Okay, this one
So
right here.
I have-
active countermeasures or whatever. it's
I have
called.
my passive countermeasures.
Passive
So-
countermeasures are basically like force fields.
Yeah.
Something
so
like
they
this.
have
Go
a
ahead.
5-up save.
They get an invulnerable save. If I can make
So neither one.
nothing.
All right.
Awesome.
So-
okay, now comes the pain. Because
Yeah.
my energy is 10.
Armor 7.
Ah, there it is. So I need 2-ups, and I blow them up. I do 2 damage points on a 4.
Yes.
They probably only have 1 damage.
Yeah, they're only 1 damage anyway.
Okay, so 2-up to blow that guy up. 2-up to blow that guy up. Cock. 2. There it is. Bam.
2 dead tanks. And that's the thing with Shaltari is their armor isn't very strong, but they have the countermeasures and all their tanks are skimmers. And skimmers are awesome because they're fast, they can go over low-level terrain, and they're harder to hit if they move. So I really like my tanks, despite the fact they just died horrible, horrible deaths.
Right. UCM, what is their thing? They're
they're-
kind of like the ponderous, heavily armored war machine.
Yeah, they're very...
These guys are not fast.
No, they're still
mean-
faster than PHR, though.
Are they? Oh.
PHR's walkers, which are what they have instead of tanks, move 2 inches.
And I get to activate this guy, too.
Yep,
Right?
your dropship can activate if you
So
want.
the Condor has pretty much terrible range. So
Get those
I'm
buildings.
just going to, yeah, I'm just going to fly him on the deck, so 2 inches high.
Okay.
And I'm going to get him behind
Behind some
cover
cover.
here.
Good plan.
Okay, your turn.
I have nothing I can activate,
Okay.
so it goes back to you.
Oh, that's right, because you use both
Yep.
of your things.
So I have no
Okay.
gates, so these guys are just sort of hanging out on the mothership, waiting for action.
All right, a Condor can fly 18 inches. Oh, man. This is tough. You're making this real hard on me. These guys can shoot ground targets too.
I'm apparently
What's
supposed
the
to go
penalty?
easy on the boss.
What?
Apparently supposed to go easy on the boss, huh?
Oh no, I'm not vindictive. Not vindictive. Let's see, 18 inches, move and fire 4. So what's the penalty for anti-armor?
Anti-armor?
Excuse me, anti-air shooting at ground targets?
That, I could not find anything, but let me double check.
Now these guys have a weird rule called articulated, which is basically their turrets can pop up over something that's like an inch high.
Yeah.
So if I were here, these guys could actually be popping up over this and couldn't be shot back at
they
it.
have.
So that actually
Their
would
guns
have
are on
been
arms.
an amazing place for me to put those and would have prevented me from getting killed just there.
Right.
All right, I need a 5 up with the penalty to hit there, which I miss. So now we're to a new turn because I've activated all 3 of my battle groups.
So
I
roll.
need initiative really bad this
Yes.
turn. I'm due for some initiative. 3 versus 4, so I didn't get it.
So I'm gonna go ahead and take initiative again.